Look at this. This is pure cope. Thunderbolts looks set to lose Disney $100 million, despite being the best reviewed Marvel movie since Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, that's a low bar. The best reviewed movie since No Way Home, the last good movie. Everything between No Way Home and Thunderbolts was garbage. Garbage. So, yeah, that's why it's going to lose money. Number one, people have lost faith. And I really think that might translate over to the Fantastic Four, which is going to be another mid-movie. Now, I did a video on these test screening reports the other day, but the rumor going around was that somebody yelled mid. And that appears to be false. Everyone is scrambling over themselves to make sure that we know that nobody yelled mid at the screen. Like, who cares? They still said it's mid. And that is backed up in this. To keep it plain and simple, from your own opinions, form your own opinions, and never jump to conclusions without full context. So here's what's going around. This means the movie is actually amazing because they didn't yell mid. Okay, even though it was still said, but just to the critic directly. Hi everyone, I'm the guy who saw the Fantastic Four test screening and responsible for some subsequent reactions. No plot leaks. I had nothing to do with those. I've been seeing a lot of reporting on anecdotes and facts that I recognized as my own. I wanted to debunk some misinterpretations I've heard. No one screamed mid in the audience. There was a guy next to me sighing and flapping his hands around. When the movie was over, I asked his opinion, and he said it was mid. I told this story on Discord right after I left. Certain insiders have blown this story out of proportion, saying that some lunatics screamed mid in the theaters. This is 100% untrue. But he still said mid, though. So he still said mid. And I believe the movie probably is mid. Nothing to scream home about. Which would be fine if Marvel had a string of mid movies and said all of them have been shit. And it looks like this one is just going to be another Thunderbolts. It's really not good enough. They have not had a banger since No Way Home. Actually, Deadpool and Wolverine. But, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine is a lot of fun. I like that movie. But, I mean, that movie is what it is. If you take Deadpool and Wolverine out of that movie and put two other Marvel characters in it, it sucks. It wouldn't be as good. It works because of the actors in it and how well they work together. There's a lot of things that made that movie what it was. Spider-Man No Way Home, kind of the same. I mean, would that have been as loved without, Toby and Andrew? They're kind of really leaning hard on movies that were great before Marvel. Although the people next to me may not have liked it, there was an employee asking around random people for their reactions. I heard a lot of excellence. The highest rating on the survey. The film is fast-paced, but not a mess. Yes, I admit I am not 100% positive on the film, but it's partially because I am a hardcore Fantastic Four fan. I am extremely bothered by the fact that Reed didn't turn into anything crazy. Yeah, that's stupid that he didn't. He should have turned into crazy shapes and stuff. And I'm bothered the Thing doesn't have his Brooklyn accent. Normal people and general audiences will not care about these things. With that said, the lack of character development is a serious concern for the film. The characters go through no growth. However, Reed, Johnny, and Sue's personality are on point. They just don't go through any meaningful change. Like, all of this is a negative. It's almost like Marvel called this dude up and was like, look, man, You need to curb your shit and kind of fix this because you're making us look bad. And it worked. Some heroic Hollywood. Fantastic Four First Steps test screening report suggests excellent reactions to the MCU film. Make the MCU fantastic again. And this was posted yesterday when all those leaks were going viral. But hey, because he heard somebody say excellent, and I want to point that out. He heard that. He didn't even talk to him. He heard a lot of excellence. That means the movie's excellent. According to Heroic Hollywood, it's some next level cope. Now, if you read into the article, past the headline, they give you the direct sources. But even here, after all this negative shit, and you can read this yourself if you click on it. If you go down here, they're like, well, it seems like that test screening went very well, despite the fact that the guy says the movie isn't great. This is Access Media, man. And it's working its hardest. And I'm not even trying to say the movie will be bad. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm just going off of Marvel's recent track record that it's probably not a great movie. It's probably okay. But is that what you want now? I mean, I guess it's better than shit. But it doesn't sound like this movie's going to blow anybody's doors off. And that tells me the movie probably won't have any legs. I got to say that Marvel did their best. When Fox had the rights to these movies, they did their best to bury the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Now, the X-Men are strong enough that I think that they can easily revive the X-Men, because the X-Men also had great movies at Fox that people still love. The Fantastic Four didn't. Those Fantastic Four movies that Fox made are not, I mean, they're okay, but they didn't have the staying power that the X-Men movies did. That's 100% factual. And they buried them in the comics for a long time. They did that because Fox had the rights. They purposely went out of their way to try to bury the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. That's a real thing that happened at Marvel because they were bitter that Fox had the rights to them. So, the X-Men, they're going to be fine. Those characters are so popular that they're going to be able to come up. But the Fantastic Four, in a lot of ways, and this might upset some huge Fantastic Four fans, and I don't know what to tell you, but they've kind of slid down the cultural zeitgeist. People really don't pay too much attention to them anymore. So the Fantastic Four, I don't think that they have the draw power that they used to. Kind of the same with Superman. So we'll see. But if this doesn't impress, I don't think it has legs, and it's going to get buried. They're going to have to work hard to make these characters popular, like they used to be. Anyway, they're letting spoilers out, by the way. Shockingly, Mole Man's in it, if you care. That's been making the rounds. So let people know they're leaking shit out now because they're trying to get people hyped up for this movie. And this is June 2nd, okay? After all of these leaks came out, which all they do is debunk that nobody screamed mid. But some guy still said it. So the movie's mid. Allegedly. It probably is mid. Thunderbolts is mid. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm really interested in this movie's box office and what it does. But a lot of this just screams damage control. I mean, that's blatantly what this is. The guy heard excellent, so it suggests the movie is excellent. Sure, Jan. By the way, if you like comic books, I've got a comic book out. Action-packed, fun comic book trying to take things back to the golden age with World War II. Superheroes fighting for America. Some old school stuff, but a lot of fun. Action-packed. We've got posters. We've got shirts. We've got slabs. We got 4 different covers. All of them are badass. I would suggest picking them all up. However, if you want to jump in, you can grab it for $17. A great price. Check it out. Link in the description. With that, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession, with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.